With coverage you can count on, this is the Erie News NOWCAST.
Good afternoon, I'm Elspeth Meisner, and thank you for joining us for your Erie News Now Weekend NOWCAST. While less people are heading to mass vaccine clinics, the Erie County Health Department is taking a different approach to making sure everybody in the community can get vaccinated. They're now holding smaller clinics. One clinic took place today at the Blasco Library. For 2 hours, people could either schedule an appointment or walk in to get vaccinated or get a COVID-19 test too. They were giving out the Pfizer vaccine. Organizers stress that if you are on the fence about getting a vaccine, then it's best to come in and visit them.
If you are cautious or having a little bit of hesitancy, just come visit us, come talk to us. We're happy to help you make an informed decision, and that's our goal, is help people make the best informed, educated decision they can for the health of themselves and our community.
County leaders say this is how they plan to have more future clinics, more smaller, intimate events rather than mass vaccination sites. The Blasco Library was also busy today with the Great American Book Sale. It was a smaller sale due to COVID-19, but they were able to sell books, DVDs, and puzzles and games all throughout the day. The rainy weather brought people inside to do all their shopping. People young and old browsed all the books. All the money raised goes directly back to the library to help their library system to pay for everything from children's to adult programming and computer services as well.
We process all of the books for each of the libraries in the Erie County Library System. So that's 5 libraries. That's a lot of books. So the discarded books come to us first. We process them. We pick out the best of the best, and we save it and sell it in our Bayfront bookshelf.
Certainly interesting how that all comes together, and it seems like quite a lot of people walked out with at least a book or more today. Also happening today, the Hagen History Center reopened this weekend, featuring new exhibits after closing for more than a year. For the past 3 years, actually, the center worked to create new exhibits and restore local buildings. Last night, it launched a new chapter of its history, showing off the $11 million renovation. New exhibits include Oliver Hazard Perry's sword and telescope, as well as the office of Frank Lloyd Wright. Tom Hagen says he's excited to welcome visitors once again.
It's great to see all these people out here. You know, I don't know that anybody has ever seen this kind of a festive crowd at the museum and the History Center, so it's wonderful to see it.
Certainly exciting there. We checked in today with them to see how their first day was going, and it was packed with people as the rain was forcing a lot of people to come inside. It is free admission at the Hagen History Center. They're open today until 6 p.m. and again tomorrow from 11 to 4. And like we said, we'll have a recap of their day one coming up tonight on Erie News Now at 6 o'clock. Well, summer is in full swing, which means there's practically a festival or more every weekend. This weekend, it's the Northeast Cherry Festival, and that continues until 5 today. We checked in last night with organizers there, and they said the rain certainly didn't get in the way of people having a good time. That yearly festival is the biggest fundraiser for the town's 2 fire departments, but for the last few years, it's been a drive-through only event. So for the past couple days, cars have lined up the streets of Northeast, picking up some food favorites such as sausage sandwiches and, of course, their famous cherry pies. Organizers said they've had huge successes so far.
We did the same thing last year, with drive-through last year. Shot from the hip, you know, it had to work. They showed us support last year. They're showing us support this year, and hopefully, and I'm pretty sure next year we'll be able to have a regular Cherry Fest.
Once again, there is still time to visit the Cherry Festival. It goes today until 5 o'clock, so still a few more hours to get there, and it just kicked off at noon. If you're looking for an in-person festival, maybe you want to head to the Waterford Heritage Days. That could be a great option for you. The Waterford Borough is celebrating its annual Heritage Days this weekend, hoping to pull it off despite all the weather we've been having. The festival was canceled last year, so this year organizers were determined to make it happen. The rain didn't stop community members from coming out yesterday to one of their favorite events of the year, which is great news for local vendors who depend on events like this. We heard from one vendor who says she lost half of her business when local fairs and festivals shut down.
Seeing, happy, smiling faces, everyone just enjoying themselves and, getting back to normal and, enjoying food. I love bringing food to people, so I love it.
Organizers say Saturday is normally one of their busiest days of the festival. They'll have all the vendors and music later today, plus live battle reenactments on the park grounds. That festival once again continues throughout the rest of today as well as tomorrow too, so plenty of chances to head out there. Well, many churches are returning to normalcy after the pandemic, but they still face a lot of financial challenges, especially with smaller congregations this year. So they're trying to find some ways to bridge the gaps in their budgets. Well, the Knights of Columbus at Sacred Heart Parish are hosting a chicken dinner this weekend, trying to make up for lost causes by the pandemic. You can visit the church on West 26th Street in Erie starting tomorrow to pick up a meal complete with chicken, baked beans, potato salad, and a cookie for dessert. The event runs from noon till 5 and dinners cost $12. Organizers say all the planning is done and they just can't wait to welcome customers back once again.
The pandemic definitely impacted us, so we're really excited to be doing this again to really fund the charitable works that the Knights of Columbus do, not only within our parish, but within the greater Erie community.
Certainly looked like that chicken was enjoying some chicken dinner there. This is the second time the Knights of Columbus Council has hosted a chicken dinner at the parish. Well, that does it for this edition of the Erie News Nowcast for the weekend. Thanks so much for joining us. Be sure to tune into Erie News Now at 6 for all the latest news, weather, and sports. Have a great Saturday.